Unatira Vanachari Jaya Kunjabi Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Say loud enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotarasat. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prem Sikha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Jai Sri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dhamma Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dhamma Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Purushottam Kshetra Ki Jai. All glories the assembled devotees. All glories the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, text number 11. Shraddhat svaityan matamayam justam yad brahma-vādinyā yena mama payam yaya mrityum richati atadvidaha Shraddhat svaityan matamayam justam yad brahma-vādinyā yena mama payam yaya mrityum richati atadvidaha. Please chant. Yat brahma-vādinyā yena mama payam yaya mrityam richanti tadvida. Shraddhat svaityan matamayam justam yad brahma-vādinyā yena mama payam yaya. Ladies. Word for word. Shraddhat sva. You may rest assured. Etad. About this. Matam. Instruction. Mahyam. My. Justum. Followed. Yat. Which. Brahma-vādinyā. By the transcendentalist. Yena, by which, mam, unto me, abhayam, without fear. Yaya, you shall reach, mrityum, death, richanti, attain, atadvidaha. Persons who are not conversant with this. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. My dear mother, those who are actually transcendentalists certainly follow my instructions as I have given them to you. You may rest assured that if you traverse this path of self-realization perfectly, surely you shall be freed from fearful material contamination, and shall ultimately reach me. Mother, persons who are not conversant with this method of devotional service certainly cannot get out of the cycle of birth and death. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Material existence is full of anxiety, and therefore it is fearful. One who gets out of this material existence automatically becomes free from all anxieties and fear. One who follows the path of devotional service, enunciated by Lord Kapila, is very easily liberated. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragnatam Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakambitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosade Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome, dear devotees, to this beautiful Bhagavatam class. It's our great fortune to be here. There are so many people on the planet and not so many people in Bhagavatam class. So we're the fortunate ones. And Bhagavatam is timeless wisdom. So we've just been through the whole process given by Srila Kapila Dev. And this is the self-same process that's given to us by Srila Prabhupada, which he's slightly adapted for Kala Deshpatra, time, place, and circumstances. And so this whole process is the way to become free of anxiety. Because the material world is not Vaikuntha planet, right? Vaikuntha means no anxiety, but the material worlds are made up, designed to be full of anxiety. Because the basic way it's made is that one living entity is food for another living entity. And so it's fearful. And even when one gets to the human platform, there are so many predators in the form of emotional, physical, and predators. So like the strong exploit the weak. This is Kali Yuga, right? The strong exploit the weak, the rich, the poor, the weak. And so in the previous times, when this civilization, we're trying to re-establish civilization, culture, Sanatan Dham. When Sanatan Dham is there, then the strong protect the weak. The wise educate the ignorant. And you can see, today that the leaders, basically it's a business. We know it's a business, the war is a business, everything's a business. It's about them getting rich, and it's not about caring for the praja or giving them knowledge how to get out of this prison house that we're locked in. So Srila Prabhupada, whose name is Abhay Charanaravinda, one who knows fearlessness at the feet of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, he took such a step. Just imagine, even if you're in your 30s like most of you are, or if you're in your 50s or 60s, to go across the world to a foreign country with no money, by steamship that takes 3 months, not knowing what you will eat, not having any money, to a place where, to face also the winter. Can you imagine? You're Indian and you go to Boston. I mean, it's like hell on earth, Boston. It's the rivers freeze. And the old man, in his 70s, he went without money, without facilities, without friends. Only he knew that he has the full blessing of the entire parampara. So in that way, he was fearless. And he came to give us Krishna. He came to give us fearlessness. Because the world is a dark and fearful place. And we need to know that the only shelter in the material world is Krishna. The lotus feet of Krishna. So he came to a place where people were fully absorbed in breaking all the principles. And he came to teach the principles. Can you imagine? It's impossible. It's an impossible thing. But he came and fearless. He taught us about the lotus feet of Krishna, and he established all this facility which now we're all enjoying. Everyday prasadam. Wasn't always like that. There wasn't always money. There wasn't always temples. There weren't always deities. There wasn't always books, except for the very first books. So we have so much facility. And Abhay Charanaravinda is the one who makes us fearless. And there's a beautiful song as well about that. Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindure Dulabha Manava Janama Satsange Taro Hre Bhava Sindure. O my mind, please fix yourself at the lotus feet of Krishna, who makes one fearless. Having attained this rare human form of life, let me take association of the saintly persons and cross over this dangerous ocean of Kali Yuga. Beautiful song. So, Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master, our founder, Acharya, he came to turn us into swans. The swans always like to swim in the clear waters of lakes where there's lotus flowers and beautiful trees, where birds sing and where the air is full of fragrance. Our job is to create that. Now that we've been shown what it's like to be a swan, our job is to recreate that for the benefit of other people to come. We don't want to be like crows. Crows, you can see there's such a difference, right? Both are birds. But a crow and a bird, and a crow and a swan, they're so different. The crow, he likes to hang out on the garbage pile, picking through the refuge, the smelly, stinky stuff. He likes to eat dead bodies also. And the swan, he likes the beautiful, pristine lakes. So Prabhupada, he took us away from all this junk of the material world, this nasty, dark stuff, and he gave us beautiful, effulgent Krishna and a process which can bring light to the whole world. Actually, this Bhagavatam is like the rising sun. It's bringing I got the exact translation here, it's brilliant as the rising sun, which rose just after the departure of Lord Krishna. Because when Krishna left, all auspicious things started to happen. There were so many bad omens, and because Kali Yuga, when Krishna left, Kali Yuga could enter. And so to get light in this dark age, he brought the Bhagavatam and he translated it for us. So Krishna has so many wonderful things to enchant our minds. He appears in so many forms to teach humanity the right path. He comes as Buddha, he comes as Jesus, and he teaches the path of light. And in the Vedic culture, he has 10 main incarnations, although there's many others. And as the fish incarnation, he showed his majesty by being born as a small fish, but very rapidly expanding. And as each container that the pious king put him into, he immediately expanded and filled that container and had to be put into a larger container until they had to put him into the ocean. He started off in a little pond, and it grew and grew and grew exponentially. And this is Krishna. Krishna expands. Krishna is vibhuti, matsavam. He is full of opulence, majesty, power, and he's constantly expanding. He causes the flourishing. He's life itself. He's the very seed of all generations. He's the very soul in our heart that gives us life. And he came in all these wonderful forms, like Matsya, and then there was the Kurma avatar. He came as a giant turtle, and he made the whole thing happen. He made the snake and the churning of the Mount Mandara to scratch his back, and the poison to come out of the ocean. He came as Nishringa to kill, Hiranyakashipu, terrible demon who was torturing all the worlds. And recently we heard about Vamanadev, how he came as a small, little, beautiful, golden-haired little boy, so delicate and petite, and innocently begged 3 steps of land, and then expanded and expanded until he covered all the planetary systems and pierced the covering of the universe in matter of seconds. This is how Krishna, he's amazing. He can do amazing things. And but of course his best form and his original form, his form that that is in the spiritual world, in our home where we belong, Swayam Bhagavān, he has his Gopavesha Venukara, Navikishara, Netavara. He carries a flute, he dresses as a cowherd boy, and he's the best dancer. So on his majestic side, he's Advaita, Machuta, Manadir, Anantarupa, Madhyam, Purana, Purusham, Navayovanamscha. He is without second, not subject to decay, without a beginning, whose form is endless, and who is the beginning and the origin of everything, and yet appears as a beautiful, charming little blue boy who plays his flute and steals the heart of everyone, the animals, the birds, the river Jamuna. He steals the heart. This is Krishna. Just check my notes. Oh yes, so Krishna's lotus feet are something amazing to meditate on, because Krishna's lotus feet are the very ornament of our earth planet. Krishna appeared here, and with these feet he walked on this earth. And if you go to Vrindavan, you can see places where the rocks melted, where Krishna walked. Yeah, you can see that. You can go touch and put your head there. And his feet are so beautiful. So we always meditate on the feet of Krishna, because usually the feet are considered the lower part of the body, and usually they're not clean, and who wants people's feet really? But with Krishna, because Krishna is totally transcendental, his feet will give you liberation. And so we always see first, when we see darshan of the deities, we see the feet of Krishna. And we pray to the feet, and then gradually we move up, and eventually we look at his moon-like face. And for meditation, Krishna has so many markings on his feet. And those markings would print into the dust of Vrindavan. So you would know where he'd been. And devotees collect that dust and wear it. We wear it in uvācas around our neck. So on his feet he has lotus umbrella, chakra, flag, elephant gold, a fan, a bow, a crescent moon, the sky, club, fish, swastika, cow hoof, thunderbolt, conch, barley, and barley seed. And these dancing feet, they delivered that vicious demon, Kaliya, who was poisoning the Jamuna simply by dancing. Krishna doesn't really make much effort when he destroys demoniac. He's just having fun. He likes to have fun. He's full of joy and he likes to dance and joke and make all kinds of mischief. And he was simply dancing, and in that way Kaliya became subdued and returned to the ocean and stopped poisoning the Jamuna. So these are the feet of Krishna. They're the only shelter, and this is what Prabhupada taught us. And they're the eternal shelter. They're like a portal, really, that opens up for us the spiritual world, the ability to move beyond the world of anxiety. Even in this world, when we think about Krishna's lotus feet, in fact, in any situation of danger, whenever we're in danger, we should always cry out the name of Krishna. You can also call the name of Nishringa because he protects devotees. But we call the name of Krishna because when we speak the name of Krishna, Krishna and his name are non-different. So just by saying Krishna, especially if intention is very clear, even if we say it without intention, it works. But with intention, Krishna actually manifests within our mind. And the situation will change. Situation will dissipate. I've been in situations almost that could have led to death when I was in India, and I saw that happen. I was very young. I was only 20-something. And with a friend of mine, we arrived late back in the place, and we had to go to the place where we were living. It was quite far from where the bus stand was. And it was very late. It wasn't very late, but it was dark. It was like 9:30, 10ish. It was very late. And to go to the place where we were living, it was about 1.5 miles. And we were both young girls. We were in our 20s. And we went to a place, we ate something, and then we left. And when we went down to the river to cross the bridge, my friend who'd been in India longer than me covered her head and started to walk like old lady. And so I just copied her. I was like, okay, interesting. I was just thinking, that's interesting. I just do it. I don't know why. I just felt inspired to do it. The river was very noisy, and we crossed the river. And as we crossed the river, some young men came down through the forest from the town, and they were following us. And they followed us across the bridge. And on the other side, there was a couple of buildings, like some chai shop or something like that. And then there was just, the mountains and the river, and we were young girls and they were young men, and they were following us, and their intention was not good. They don't have a very good opinion of Western ladies because of all the things that are propagated in the West, with the hippie era and free sex and all this stuff. They have a very low opinion of Western women, and so they thought, oh, here's some Western women, let's just follow them. And so they came up to us and they're like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? And so my friend, she'd been in India longer. She knew Hindi, and she told them, in Hindi, God, he sees everything. He used the name Rama. She said that God, he sees everything and he knows everything. And at that point, those men who were lusty, creepy guys suddenly went like this. And they went, oh, yes, Mataji. And they left. They left. And that way they could have just raped us and thrown us in the river. Nobody would have known. To contact my family, it took 2 weeks, 3 weeks by aerogram. There was no phone. You had to book a phone. There was nothing. There was no, and people didn't even know where I was anyway. So it was a very unsafe situation. And Krishna just did it like that. It was amazing. But we shouldn't put ourselves in dangerous situations. Matajis, please don't go in the night, walking in the alleys and the dark places. Don't put Krishna to work. But he does. He comes and he does so many amazing things. And I got a bit off on a tangent there. What was I talking about before that? What was I saying before I went off on that tangent? By calling Krishna, Krishna becomes present, and he changes the situation of everything. And so we have such a wonderful opportunity, and oh yes, and Venikara, that's right, I did that bit. And I wanted to also say that, this is really interesting, I thought. So yeah, so we want to chant Krishna's name. Now, chanting of Krishna's name, to have maximum effect, has to be done with love. Krishna is the best at everything, so it requires refinement, practice, and intention. We want to please Krishna. Kirtan should be pleasing. It's not a physical exercise. It's not to engage our itching muscles because we don't have enough physical work in our lives. It's something to please Krishna, so it should be very beautiful. And so we want to chant Krishna's name with love. We want to support those whose lives are aligned with Krishna consciousness. That means, like, on a mundane level, it means supporting organic farmers, small businesses, people who are trying to do right in the world, not buying from Agricom, and not who poison the earth. We don't agree with poisoning the earth. The earth, Mother Earth, was blessed by Krishna as sacred, so we don't agree with that. We don't want to buy our supplies from people who are poisoning the earth. And our duty is to enlighten the innocent and to give prasad to the masses in the form of books, prasadam, harinam. It's very good to listen to feedback. I welcome all of your feedback. We should always encourage feedback. Great successful people of the world say that feedback is the food of champions. We can't really see ourselves so much what we're doing, but other people can see us from the outside. We see ourselves from the inside, and so it's very useful. And I think it's very helpful for our movement if we discuss how we can improve and how we can make it more beautiful and wonderful home for all of us. It is our home. It is our only home. Most of us had to give up our families, unless we're from Indian families, and maybe even then. But for us, we came from a background. And also we must be very careful, having come from a demoniac background, demoniac education, that we don't bring contamination into this beautiful, pure movement. Because the king is the protector of the people, not the exploiter of the people. The kshatriya is the protector. We protect cows. We don't want to exploit. We want to teach this to the world, the way for every living entity to become happy. That everything that we do has to be in a way that it's all pleasing. It can't benefit one section of society to the detriment of another. That's not Dharma. Dharma takes care of even small ant, right? We have to live like this. We have to be examples. We have to walk the talk. So he gave us 9 processes: Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Vandanam. And these are all to help us attain sattva gun. It's very hard. We live in Los Angeles. There's not even an ounce of sattva gun outside the temple. There's sirens. I just came here. There's stinky, smells like the burning gat. It's like the barbecue, people eat that, So we're not in a sattvic environment, so we need to work extra hard because we don't have beautiful trees and lakes and rivers and natural setting. We're living in concrete and metal and glass with lots of crazy things going on. So we have to make extra endeavor to create the sattva gun. Very, very important. And because things are so relative, maybe in comparison to what's going on Venice Boulevard, we're sattvic, but hang on, are we comparing it to the right thing? When we say, yeah, we're sattvic here, are we really sattvic? Maybe we should compare ourselves here to Bhagavān and see how far we're not on the level all of us, myself included, I'm not giving you the heavy thing, me also. We have to, we have to look inside and pull out those weeds and purify our heart by chanting. I've found this throughout my life as a devotee that, we need a lot of chanting because we grew up in such a crazy time and we were so brainwashed. Our brains are so dirty with all the junk that was, put into them. We have to clean all that out. A lot of chanting is very beneficial. I think that's why Prabhupada, he wanted the Harinam so much, Plus it gives physical exercise. You can exercise those muscles that are used for computer work mostly, and spread the holy name. Any questions, any comments, any corrections? Hare Krishna. Nara.
Mataji, you were talking about the pastime of Krishna chastising Kalija. So we know that Krishna, Soyam Bhagavan, in his form as Syama, when he chastised or killed demons, they obtain liberation. So more than moksha, they go back home, back to Godhead. So why Kalija, as I heard, is still in this material world, wandering in some lake or something like that? Why Kalija is still being chastised even until now? And not going, having gone back to Godhead.
Well, actually, I don't know the answer to that. You have to ask Krishna or Srila Prabhupada. Everything, Krishna does everything perfectly. So if Kali is still here, there's a reason that Kali is still here. And not so many demons go back to Godhead. They go into the impersonal form of Krishna, or the different. It depends on their, It's the same with us. Everything is dependent on the individual activities. It's all very custom made. Everything is totally custom made, explicit to the exact situation. There's no generalizations in spiritual life. There's no blanket formula. It's very exactly. So with the case of Kali, I'm not sure. We have to research that. That's a good point. Anybody else knows the answer? He asked why it was that Kali is still present even to today. And he didn't get liberation.
Haribo, thank you, Mataji, for the amazing lecture. Thank you for the lecture, amazing. I feel the heart energy of the bhakti that's very strong, cultivated, so I'm sitting with that. And, but now I'm just curious about, how long Kali Yuga is supposed to last, because there's this is Hindu or Vedic cosmology, right? So there's different interpretations, and there's the astrology, and then people are talking about the age of Aquarius. Does anybody know? Because I'm pretty sure there is a transition point where Kali Yuga doesn't go on forever. So there is an end that has a date.
So the exact figure is Sachi? The exact duration of Kali Yuga is 432,000 years left of Kali Yuga. No? Okay, did you get that? It's a lot. So this is the thing is that there's something really amazing, is that within the Kali Yuga there's a golden age. And the dawning of the golden age started with the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gaura Nitai 500 years ago. So there's an awakening that's going on at present. and something really amazing is happening on this planet at present. In the time of incredible darkness and incredible destruction, also there's amazing creative ways of doing things. There's amazing evolution of the human spirit. It looks like things are polarizing, and this is for 10,000 years the golden age goes on. So we're at the beginning of it. It's like the rising of the sun. It's a gradual process. The sun's coming up, sky's getting lighter, 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 lighter. And then it will peak at the midday and then start to decline. And then when Kali Yuga starts again, it will go into, I don't want to really discuss all the terrible things. You can see how it can go. We can see it already, how things could possibly go. But I think the fact that, all over the world, hundreds and thousands of people are chanting Hare Krishna. So many temples, there's so much of people became vegetarian. Vegetarian veganism is a big thing. A lot of people are also, became vegan because they want to protect the cows. Because all this cow slaughter, that's causing so much problem. And when people wake up and stop slaughtering, which is happening, but also we as a movement, we need to stop buying the milk from that, that industry. We shouldn't be involved in that. That's very contaminating, the milk that comes from the slaughter industry. It's like this, hand in glove, slaughter industry, dairy industry. So some inspired individuals are starting goshalas. We just went to visit beautiful goshala up near San Francisco. 31 gear cows, beautiful, beautiful cows with big ears. There's Kamadenu, Surabi cows, they're spiritual cows. And when you drink this milk, if this cow eats pure grass and pasture, not this like chemical stuff that you buy, but if it eats pure grass and culture and pasture, that milk will give you the ability to understand very, very high topics, very spiritual topics, the things that are generally hidden, like these are revealed scriptures, so it's revealed through the mercy of Krishna. So that it can be revealed through when you drink this milk, these things get revealed on a faster, quicker, more deeply. We will understand the real purport of what Prabhupada's trying to tell us. So some great souls are making amazing steps forward in cow protection. And we should also support them. We should get our milk from them. We get other ideas how to do more of those kind of things. And, cut out Kali Yuga. Why do we let Kali Yuga come in? We shouldn't let Kali Yuga come into us. Why this chemical food and all these things? So, Hare Krishna, it's a wonderful time. We're so happy you're here. Welcome. And thank you everyone for coming to the class. And I hope I didn't say anything incorrect or aggravating. Hare Krishna.